Good. So we're going to be doing some mindfulness practice, just taking time to tune in, noticing the rhythm of your breath. And I always like to start my meditation with a little wiggle to make sure that I'm sitting the best way for myself today. And although I have my usual way to sit, my usual place to sit, it's nice to take that wiggle to notice if there's any small adjustments that need to happen. Um, just noticing. What do you need right now? Are you warm enough? Do you need a blanket? Maybe you're too warm. Allowing yourself to adjust as you continue to notice the rhythm of your breath, not changing anything about how you breathe, just bringing your awareness to that natural rhythm, to the rise and fall. As you feel the sensation of the rhythm of your breath, maybe notice if there's any other sensations, especially anything that might be eased by some small movement, perhaps offering some small stretches or wiggles for yourself as you check in, continue to check in with your physical body. Perhaps your hands rest in your lap, seeing if you can allow your arms to be heavy. Noticing if there's any parts of you that are bracing, trying to keep yourself away from the earth, and see if you can let the ground or your chair really hold your full weight. What else can soften? Now it's December, so one of my favorite metaphors for mindfulness meditation is also very timely. I love to think of the mind as a snow globe. So thinking about how you can hold a snow globe and shake it and all the glitter or snow is just swirling, swirling, swirling. To me, that feels like a very apt description of how my mind can be, and certainly was before regular meditation practice. And to get the glitter to settle, there's nothing that you can do other than stop shaking the snow globe. There's no way to get it to instantly settle. You set the snow globe down and you allow it to settle, settle, settle. Doing the same thing with our physical body, with our mind in these mindfulness practices, inviting the softening, being curious about what's there, noticing if you can observe your mind without getting lost in your thoughts. And if you do find yourself lost in thought, simply bring yourself back to this moment, to your breath, to the practice of allowing your thoughts to settle like that glitter in a snow globe. As we soften our mind, we also soften our expectations of what this practice should look like. Whether you sunk right into your meditative space or your mind is exceptionally busy, allowing that to be your practice. The most important part is that you showed up for practice, that you're here, sitting on your cushion or in your chair, taking the time to tune in to your mind, to your body. I had a conversation with someone yesterday about how it's common to always keep moving and keep this pace of busyness to distract oneself from what's within. That throughout our lives, we will have uncomfortable emotions, and that these practices train us to be able to sit and go, yeah, that's an emotion. Knowing that an uncomfortable emotion will not kill you, that you can see it, that you can feel the discomfort, that you can perhaps get curious about what's behind it. One of my favorite meditative questions is a simple why. Whether it's a feeling, a sensation, or a thought, bringing that curiosity. Why? What's behind it? I have an affirmation or mantra to offer us. I'll repeat it 3 times. You can repeat after me aloud or silently in your mind. I turn inward and find all the love and patience I need. I turn inward and find all the love and patience I need. I turn inward and find all the love and patience I need. That affirmation came up in my phone memories today. I was working with it exactly 8 or 7 years ago today. And as soon as I read it, it just felt like something that I needed for today as well. Perhaps bringing a soft smile to your face if it's not there already. Really inviting this love. As I was preparing for this meditation, the other thing that jumped out at me was one of my card decks. So these are, it's the power deck, and they're the cards of wisdom. And I always enjoy the teachings that are on them. So I'm just going to pick one for us today, and we'll see what jumps out. There's the picture. This is called Witness. Live in your sacred witness. The inner place of silence and observing is your true identity, and therefore your true power. Your sacred witness is all you really have when all else is gone. Like monoliths in an ancient valley of great stones, it observes and remembers the passage of the ages. The answers that you find through the timelessness of spirituality and the innocence of nature offer the infinite. Each human being is on his or her own path, each different from yours. Answers to your questions are rarely found in another human. Answer your own questions by reflecting on nature and conversing with your own sacred witness. Hmm. It's truly the perfect card for mindfulness practice, where we're tuning in, we're becoming the witness. Hmm. I'm going to see what else the book has to say. The painting is entitled Silent Watchman. These monoliths are a testimony to time gone by, to the oceans of consciousness and unconsciousness that existed before us. The stone monuments also represent the human in the passage of time and the universality of truth that is held within Mother Earth. It is important to stand still in silence in the sacred witness within you. Meditate on these stones and the great rock formations that have lived through the ages. Move into the essence of these stones. Once you become aware of this stillness, you will begin to experience the sacred witness that lives inside you. Hmm. Take a few moments of silence to reflect, to turn in. Paying attention to whether your mind wanders. Just gently bringing yourself back to this practice, to breathing, to being. One of my other takeaways from the card is a reminder of how magnificently small we are. And I find that perspective shift quite helpful. Taking time to look at large rock formations, at nature, at the stars, to see the expanse of all that is, and know that we are part of it. As we go through our day to day, many small things can feel like big things. And to me, a regular meditation practice really helps me take that step back to see from a higher level, oh, this feels really important right now, but it will pass. My favorite take on that teaching is that it may pass like a kidney stone, but it will pass. And then noticing the mental chatter that happens. So often I'll bring to mind a teaching, and then part of me will go, no, but this is really important. And of course, there are things that are important, events that truly make up the core of our being. And most of our day to day stressors are not. And just as we started this practice, noticing your breath, feeling that rhythm, maybe noticing if it has changed at all since the beginning of our practice. Noticing where you are in space, maybe finding some little wiggles as you reconnect with your cushion or chair. In the last minute or two of my meditations, I like to open it up for questions or comments. So feel free to put questions or comments in the chat. As we enjoy these last few minutes for now of this seated practice. And I like to finish with a version of metta or loving kindness. So perhaps bringing your palms together at your heart space and repeating after me either aloud or silently in your mind. May I be held in compassion. May my pain, sorrows, and fears be eased. May I live with a peaceful heart. Hmm. I have that particular version of loving kindness uh, taped to the wall just behind my computer. So I look at it all day. I'll change out the different quotes or reminders that I have very visible. But I find that to be an important part of my practice. Very helpful. Hmm. Thank you all so much for joining me. I don't currently have any live meditations up on the schedule because I know the holiday season gets a little crazy. But I'm working on some new offerings for January. So definitely stay tuned. Make sure that you're following me and checking out the free meditation recordings I have on Insight Timer right here. Um, 5-star reviews are very much appreciated. Anything that has you interact with my profile is very much appreciated, as well as monetary donations. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Christy. Thank you, Cynthia. Wonderful. Well, I hope you all have a peaceful rest of your day, and I will see you again soon. Thank you.